They didn't slip. They aimed. And the most dangerous lie you've been told, that everyone deserves a second chance. Not when the wound was intentional. Not when the betrayal was calculated. Not when they looked into your eyes, saw your soul, and chose to break it anyway. Let's stop pretending this was a mistake. Mistakes are accidents. This was a decision. They studied your kindness like a blueprint, your loyalty, a loophole, your silence, an invitation, and they used every soft part of you as a weapon, not because they were broken, but because they knew you wouldn't fight back. Not yet, but here's the truth. Your heart already knows. Asterisk, asterisk, intentional harm doesn't get a free pass just because it wore a familiar face. Asterisk, asterisk. You're not at a crossroads between forgiveness and revenge. You're standing at the edge of self-betrayal or self-resurrection. This isn't about holding a grudge. It's about holding a boundary, so firm that even the ghosts of your past can't cross it. Because what they did wasn't emotional immaturity. It was emotional warfare. Gaslighting isn't confusion, it's control. Lies repeated aren't misunderstandings, they're manipulation. Betrayal with precision timing isn't weakness, it's premeditation. And now, you're wondering if cutting them off makes you the villain, as if protecting your peace is the crime, and enduring their chaos is the virtue. Let me be brutally clear. Letting them back in isn't kindness. It's handing your healed heart to the same hands that shattered it. It's trusting a fire that already burned you, just because it flickers softly now. Emotional intelligence isn't about tolerating everyone. It's about recognizing intent. It's seeing the pattern behind the apology, the strategy behind the tears, the control behind the I miss you. It's knowing the difference between someone who regrets hurting you and someone who only regrets getting caught. Regret says, asterisk, I'm sorry, you found out. Remorse says, I'm sorry, I destroyed you. Asterisk one leads to change, the other, just a reset button for the same cycle. And you've already lived that story. You don't need to reread the last chapter just to get hurt again. Hope without boundaries is self-harm in slow motion. You keep thinking, asterisk, maybe this time, asterisk, but has their behavior changed? Have they done the work? Or are they just good at sounding like they have? Healing isn't a green light for their return. Just because you've evolved doesn't mean they don't let your growth become their loophole. Asterisk, asterisk, forgiveness is not a doorway. It's a tombstone. Asterisk, asterisk, you bury the resentment. You release the pain, but you don't exhume the relationship. You don't reopen the grave just because they show up with flowers. Forgiveness is for your soul, not their comfort. It's not about them deserving it. It's about you refusing to carry their poison any longer. And here's what they'll never understand. You can forgive someone and still never let them near your peace again. That's not bitterness. That's clarity. That's self-respect. Wearing armor, you don't need their apology to heal their silence. That's already an answer. Their disappearance. That's closure. Their refusal to face what they did. That's the final proof. Stop chasing explanations from people who weaponized your empathy. Stop begging for closure from those who enjoy your confusion. The moment you stop waiting for their validation is the moment you reclaim your power. Asterisk, asterisk, closure isn't something they give you. Asterisk, 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 asterisk. It's something you take. Asterisk, asterisk. It's the quiet decision to stop bleeding for people who never deserved your blood. And when you walk away, not with rage, but with resolve. When you close the door without drama, without explanation. When you choose peace over permission, that's when the real healing begins. Because spiritual discipline isn't about making noise, it's about mastering silence. Silence that says, asterisk, I see you. I know what you did. And I'm not afraid of you anymore. Asterisk, toxic people thrive on reaction. They want you to scream, to beg, to justify your pain. Because as long as you're reacting, they're in control. But when you go silent, when you heal in private, rise in peace, and glow up without a word, that's when they really lose. Your silence isn't weakness, it's warfare. It's the quiet annihilation of their illusion that they still matter. And let's be honest, they don't want reconciliation. They want asterisk access. Asterisk, they miss the version of you that tolerated their chaos. They don't want you to heal. They want you to need them, but you don't. And that terrifies them. So no, you don't owe them a conversation. You don't owe them one last chance. You don't owe them an explanation for choosing yourself. Asterisk, asterisk, you owe them nothing. Asterisk, asterisk, but you owe yourself. Everything, every boundary you enforce. Every no. You speak without guilt. Every moment you prioritize your peace over their comfort. Because self-worth doesn't beg for re-entry. It declares, asterisk, I don't hate you, I just love me more. And that's the most powerful statement you'll ever make. So if they ask, why can't we go back? Asterisk, tell them. Asterisk, asterisk, because I'm not who I was when I allowed that, and forgiveness set me free, not you. Asterisk, asterisk. Let this be the end. Not with drama, not with blame, but with the quiet certainty that you are no longer available for people who chose to break you. You're not closing the door out of anger. You're locking it out of wisdom. You're not abandoning them. You're choosing you. And in a world that tells you to be soft, to forgive endlessly, to keep giving chances, choosing yourself is the most radical act of all. So forgive, but don't forget. Heal, but don't reopen. Love, but never at the cost of your soul, because you didn't survive the darkness, just to hand the light back to those who tried to extinguish it. Your peace is sacred. Protect it like a fortress, and let your silence echo louder than any scream ever could. Asterisk, asterisk, you're not bitter. Asterisk, 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 you're finally free. Asterisk, asterisk.